And why? What possessed the son of Rob White Reiner and his wife to go in such a rage to do what he did to his mother and father? Let's talk about this, folks. Please subscribe to my channel, like, share, appreciate it. Folks, I'm sitting here since Sunday night with no power at all in my apartment. It goes for several block radius. Southern California Edison keeps sending me notices telling me be on 5 o'clock, it'd be on 3 o'clock. Now they're telling us the power will be back on noon. Anyway, what happened was there was a flooding of the substation 5 blocks away from here. But anyway, you don't want to hear about that, okay? Good morning, Mr. Palomano. How are you? Thank you for coming, okay? I want to thank all you who are here. Please subscribe, like, and share. Folks, I've been hearing all over YouTube. Let's talk about Diddy here, okay? Or what he's doing in prison. Now, obviously, we know he's got a big propaganda machine. But Diddy, like all inmates, Diddy likes to make the rules, but he's not now. He's got to abide by the prison rules. Now, if he is truly, okay, abiding by the rules, then he, like all other inmates, only gets 300 minutes a month on the telephone. 300 minutes. Do the math. That's 5 hours, folks. Okay? So, is he getting more time? Is he getting the use of other phones? I know inmates that paid off guards, all right, to be able to use their phones in the office. Is he doing that? Because he's got money, and he can. But I'm hearing all these people who've never been in prison trying to say what he's doing in prison when they never been there. They don't know. Okay? Folks, you get up 6 a.m. in the morning, all right, they open the doors, you go to the mess hall, as you shower. If you do shower, some people don't shower in prison, folks. You'd be surprised how nasty some of the inmates really are. Yeah. They don't even flush the toilets. That's how nasty some of them are. Got no idea. So it's not a great place, although where he's at is like being on a country club. Okay? He's in a low security prison. And we know he's got money, and he's got to be paying off guards and definitely paying inmates for protection. Do I feel there will be other indictments coming on Diddy? Huh? Yes, David, I've been to prison. I did 5 years in prison. I was locked up at MDC, Brooklyn, for 30 months. Diddy was only there for 12. And he's crying the blues. I was there 30 months. Okay? People talk, oh, he couldn't get bail. I couldn't get bail. Okay? 4 times I was denied because they said I was violent. All right? And when you got violence on your record, you're not getting bail. And that's why Diddy didn't get bail. Folks, I don't know why people who've never been in prison got to start talking about what he's doing in prison when they don't know. Okay? Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate you for coming. All right? Appreciate everybody here. Charlie, how are you? Okay. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Who's more disgusting? Diddy or Donald Trump for what he said about Rob Reiner? I voted for Donald Trump. Folks, hi Queen, how are you? Okay. Rhonda, great to see you here, honey, from Memphis, Tennessee. Great to see you all here today. I'm freezing, folks. No heat in my apartment here. See me with my jacket on? I've been out this morning. I had 2 cups of coffee, big ones. Had to buy them because I can't make it here. No power. But you know, what Trump said was just proved he's got no class. No class this guy's got. He didn't have to say that, but he did. It just that upset me, and it upset everybody on social media. All right? Alexander, you don't know what Trump said? All right? He said that he was happy that Rob Weiner and his wife were dead because he said they had Trump syndrome, okay? It was disgusting. You know, yesterday morning, folks, I went up. I've been getting up, going to bed like 7 o'clock because it's dark out. I go to bed. I've been waking up at 3 or 4 in the morning. Yesterday morning, I said, let me get up to Rob Reiner's home up in Brentwood, okay? And give you folks a video there. There was no reception. It was horrible. And I filmed for over a half an hour and only a minute and 30 seconds came out. So you could see one on my live video yesterday and you could see another one on my short, okay? Okay? Natalie, don't call me dude. I'm nobody's dude, okay? I'm going to be 81 years old tomorrow. Tomorrow, 81, folks. Huh? Boy, yeah, I like to get my heat back on, okay? The substation was flooded. It's below the ground. Yesterday I drove over, they were pumping water out, okay? Hopefully they're back there working now. Let's pray that it gets back on, folks, because you know something, we're used to these things. Can you imagine how they lived back in the Stone Age with no heat, no power, all right, they had to heat by fire, okay, all right? We've come a long way in society, you gotta admit that. But anyways, folks, let's talk about Rob Reiner, okay? And his son. His son was an addict. And I don't know if any of you ever had any experience with an addict, but if you did, you're going to know what I'm talking about. The first thing to realize, whenever an addict opens their mouth, they are lying, okay? Yes, you want to believe them. Yes, you want to enable them, okay? Rob Reiner and his wife, I believe what they did was uh, tough love, okay? Because their son Rick, all right, since the age of 15 has done nothing but give them problems. He was homeless. He was out on the streets several times. And, but he finally got sober. And when he did, his father worked with him. They did a few movies together. Everything seemed to be good. The kid was living back home, there at their home in Brentwood. You could see the home on my live video yesterday, okay? And they went to a party Saturday night at Conan O'Brien's home. And there a big argument happened. And Jackie, if you think that my video sucks, leave, okay? You don't have to be here, all right? Folks, you know what? You notice I don't throw many people out, even the disrespectful people. And that's the problem in our country. There's no more respect, okay? Happy birthday. Thank you so much. All right? Don't worry about Jackie Nancy, okay? Just a disrespectful individual. All right? She's probably very young, never learned respect, okay? And never will. All right? Thank you, Lynn from Florida. All right, we got people from all over. I thank you folks for showing me the respect because I come here every day and I show you respect, love, loyalty, and honor. And folks, truly, you are all part of my family, and I thank you very much for coming and listening to me. It means an awful lot to me, okay? At my age, in my head, I think I'm 18 years old, but then I know just how old I am, okay? But what happened to put him, what he did to his parents, Rick Reiner. Now, you all probably remember, initially they set bail at $4 million. Now there is no bail. Huh? No bail. One thing, folks, if you, when I got there yesterday, all right, oh boy, there's my friend A. Will. Thank you for hitting that super chat, super thanks button, A. Will. A. Will just came through with 10 bucks. I appreciate that, my friend. Okay, you guys had no idea how much when you hit that super thanks or whatever they call it, helps me out. So I appreciate it. And anybody else wants to help me out, God bless you, please do. There were news teams from all over the world, folks. You should have seen it, okay? It was amazing, just lined up. You can see it when you go to my video from yesterday, okay? And it reminded me of O.J. Simpson. It was the same thing. And surprisingly enough, O.J. Simpson allegedly, because he wasn't found guilty of it, okay, O.J. Simpson was only half a mile away, both in the city of Brentwood, an upscale community. It's a beautiful area there, folks, okay? And it's just terrible. I mean, what he did, this kid just went, how do you do that to your mother and father? Seriously. I mean, that's terrible. And then it was very similar to the Mendez brothers, except the Mendez brothers used a rifle. And look at how long they've been in prison. Here's a kid that's 32 years old. Okay? And for what he did, in those very few seconds, he will spend the rest of his life in prison. What's wrong with our youth today? What's going on? Okay? We got Trump. Listen to this. I said this before. He's blowing those ships off of Venezuela. He said he's stopping the war on drugs. Bullshit. Okay? Bullshit. And I mean that. It's all a farce. The war on drugs. Richard Nixon tried doing that. It's been going on since Richard Nixon. Every president says they're going to stop the war on drugs. But yet, over here on the other hand, you watch the other hand of Trump. Always see what the left and right is doing. He pardons a drug dealer that imported over 500 tons of cocaine into our country, who had got sentenced to 45 years in prison, and Trump pardons him. Does that make any sense? You pardon this guy, but you don't know if some of those boats that you're blowing out of the water there might just be fishermen. We don't know. Okay? Just like he didn't know what he was doing on the immigration. Yes, he stopped. Yeah, he stopped immigration from coming in. He closed the border. Thank God he did that. Okay? But now he's got his ICE agents out in all the cities, taking everybody off the streets. Do you know how bad that's affecting our economy? Okay? Guess who do you think goes out and picks the crops at all the farms? Who do you think picks the fruit? It's the immigrants. Contractors. I got a lot of friends that contractors. One is my son in Florida. My son is a pool contractor. Small business, he has over 50 employees. He can't hire nobody no more. Yeah, my son can't hire nobody. The other day, my son's got a lot of trucks on the road. And some of these guys came back from a job in Fort Lauderdale. My son's in the West Palm Beach area. And there's Agent Orange. How you doing? Thank you, Miss B. Simmons. Thank you. Okay? It's not paying... Everybody says better wages. Yeah. Okay? Better wages. You can't get nobody to work. What difference how much the wage is? Okay? I don't see any of us going out there picking farms, shredding, cutting grass, doing none of those jobs, the construction job. All right? On the I-95 in Florida, they are pulling over all the trucks, the state troopers and ICE agents, and pulling out Mexicans. They don't know who's in those trucks. They're pulling them out. My friend Paulie in Nashville, Tennessee, he's a contractor. They pull two guys off his roof and take them into custody. Those two guys been working for him for over 15 years. Hard-working guys. All right? Thank you, folks, for your comments. And like I said before, please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. Obviously, you can see I'm not in the greatest of mood, all right? But would you be with no heat? Can't cook. I can't shave because I use an electric shaver. Can't even, I got to go into my bathroom with a flashlight. Some of those jobs don't pay enough. My son paid very well. Very well. I know my friend Paulie. These contractor jobs pay extremely well. Okay? You're right, Mr. Mix. All right? Americans are scared of work. They want everything for free. All right? You're correct, it is, George. The migrants, okay? I'm Italian. You folks have no idea how bad the Italians have it here, okay? They considered us black. They put us with the black, okay? We weren't allowed in certain parts of the cities because we were Italian. But you don't know about that, do you? My generation destroyed. My generation was probably one of the best generations around. Okay? Because we communicated with people. We loved people. People don't communicate today. It's depressing. Very depressing what's going on in this world, folks. I've never seen our country in such a mess. And it just upsets me more than you could really imagine. All right? 37 trillion in debt. Okay? Yeah, you go to a grocery store, you gotta pay $5 for a tomato. Okay? $5 for an apple. That's okay? No. It shouldn't be that. You know why? They got nobody to grow them. Or maybe they got nobody to pick them. Okay? Normally every day you will hear them blowing the leaves off the ground over here. You hear the workers coming here. They're not here today. All right? You're right. We defeated fascism. But is it coming back? Okay? All right? Trump wants to talk, trillions of dollars on these terrorists. Trillions and trillions he's taking in. Where is it, folks? If he's taking in these trillions, why is our gross national product at 30? Why are we in debt for $37 trillion? $37 trillion. I bet most of you here, including me, don't even know what a trillion is. You hear billion. He's giving billions to Ukraine, to Israel, to other countries. But what's he giving you? Huh? My son, let's talk about my son. He does big business, he does good for a small businessman, employing a lot of people. He pays his taxes. Now, after he employs everybody, after everything he does, he's paid. You know what he pays in taxes, folks? You'll be surprised. Almost 50% he's got to pay the United States government. What did they give him for that? Nothing. 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 Now, folks, tariff collection is for people. This day you cannot account for that money. Yeah, these tariffs. All these tariffs did was increase our prices in the grocery store. Trump's never been in a grocery store. What's he know about a grocery store? Huh? Hey, well, you're going to buy a house in Sicily? Good. If I were younger, I'd move to Italy. Forget about it so quickly. But I'm 81 years old. What am I going to do? You know? But if I was younger, folks, I would move to Italy. All right? Yeah, Nancy, you would go too, right? All right? You're right, Queen Leaf. Yeah, affordability. He went to Pennsylvania, okay? This is so much political garbage. I'm sick and tired of all these politicians. I don't care who they are, left or right. The only thing they care about is the next election. That's all they're concerned about. They don't care about you. They want your vote. They get your vote. Once they got that, they're finished with you. All right? Cash Taylor, I've been to Italy. I've been to France. I've been to England. I've been all over the world. Okay? That's when I was young. Okay? I don't, Trump ain't helping anybody. Who's he helping? He's helping his billionaire friends. That's the way it is. And we're not going to change that, folks. Okay? Yeah, I'm young. Thank you. The Trump, you hear Trump coming out? Saying prices are lowest than they ever been? What does he know? Anyway, folks, I could talk about that all day. I hate talking about politics. All right? And, I'll bring you up to date and trying to find out more information about this Jonathan Hayes, where the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department is investigating here in Los Angeles. See what happened to that. Somebody wrote me, gas is cheap. Well, not here in California, folks, because now in California, we got Governor Newsom, okay? Newsom, Governor Newsom, that's what I call him. I paid $5 and something a gallon yesterday for gas. Why is it that we got oil pumping all around us here, but yet we got higher prices? San Diego, 509. Okay? You're right there, Agent Orange. Okay? Why are we paying $3 a gallon more than the rest of the country? Governor Newsom, and he wants to be your president. And who I bet a lot of you probably would vote for him, right? You want the same thing that happened here in California to happen for the entire nation? Are you serious? Queen, $7. One scoop of chicken soup. And don't think grocery stores are going to lower the prices, okay? Don't think for a moment. Remember Trump said he took the tariffs off coffee, bananas, and other things? But they did not go down in the grocery store. Trump has no control over the grocery stores. Building $100 million, no, $100 billion train. All right? I could have built more by myself than what he's built. It goes from here to my patio. That's all he's built. All right? But where'd that billions of dollars go? Where's all the billions of dollars for the homeless? Okay? Here in California. Where is it? It's in his pocket. Karen Bass, our mayor, same thing. Oh, look at the homes in the Palisade in Malibu. Yeah, we're going to give you, all right, we'll cut out all the red tape. They didn't do it. Democratic slush fund. The slush funds in their banks and offshore accounts. That's where it is. No, R. Kelly. We got R. Kelly here. How about Vietnam War? Okay. All right. I'm 81 years old. I served our country proudly from 1963 to 66 during the Vietnam War. You figure out the rest, okay? I served proudly. No, I don't invest in Bitcoin. It's another thing. You know, I'm not going to invest in something that I can't spend. Okay? All right? Thank you, Miss B. Simmons, for your father's service. All right? Heather, Nancy Lyons sent me a Bible, and I read a little bit every day, okay? All right? Thank you, Put It in Love. Thank you for that. Okay, I much appreciate it. R. Kelly, 28 years old. I'm great. We got R. Kelly here. She's like only 28 years old, and she's like a young, respectable person. I love that there. Okay, I like to see more young, respectable people in this world. Okay? Cash Taylor, thank you for your service. U.S. Marine, thank you. I appreciate that. Advice for every young person they should know. First thing, okay, I suggest reading, okay? And as you know, stay out of a life of crime. Crime does not pay, trust me on that there, okay? But I don't think I have to tell you, okay? I don't have to tell you that there. But young man, there's still opportunity. You have to work harder and smarter. But I highly recommend reading, okay? And I'm going to tell you a book to read, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Read that. Learn the fundamentals that they show in this book, okay? It's a classic, folks, okay? You don't have to pay somebody to teach you, okay? There's a lot of con men out there that charge you money to use the things right out of this book. You could learn it yourself just by reading, okay? You're right, Brandon. Thank you. I'm sorry the reading's boring to you, okay? And that's the problem today, okay? People don't read. Our young people don't read. A lot of our young people don't even know how to read, okay? I read every single day. I read a lot of things. I read magazines, newspaper, I got a book, all right? Jeff Patrick, thank you for that 20 bucks, okay, for hitting that super thing. Thank you, my friend, I appreciate that. All my love and respect to you, okay? Oh, Brock, okay? Let's see, let me get that. Jeff Patrick, 20 bucks. Happy, birthday gift. Thank you so much, Jeff, all right? That's really, I appreciate that there. Anybody hit that thanks button, okay? Please subscribe if you have not. What are you waiting for, folks? Okay? Normally I come here, I'm happy, I'm in a good mood, and I am today too, okay? But, you know, not being without power, it's almost 3 days now. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Things that we take for granted when it's gone, you have no idea how much you miss it, okay? I don't know to understand. People keep asking me how old I am. 81 years old, tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be 81. December 17th is my birthday, folks. I never thought I was going to make it to 63. But guess what happened at 63? I got indicted. Maybe it saved my life, okay? Because I was walking 7 miles a day when I was in prison. Huh? I don't know, I can't. Happy birthday, thank you. Thank you, Harlow. I'm trying to. Okay. Trying to read all these things, folks. Forgive me, all right? It's really foggy out here today, folks. I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the day. Should I go back to bed? Huh? Folks, I wanted to come to today and talk about those things. So many things to talk about. Everybody wants to hear about Diddy and what he's doing. Who really cares what he's doing? Okay? Another individual. Uh, so, folks, I'm going to be leaving. I got to go out and buy a cup of coffee. I'll go to Starbucks, I guess. And what can we talk about? Folks, if you haven't purchased my book yet, please do. Okay? Think The Accidental Gangster. All right? Thank you all for all your love. Okay, all right. Let's talk about a little. Why was I in prison? Well, I was indicted on a Colombo crime family indictment in 2008, June. I was arrested here in my home, a few blocks from here in Beverly Hills. Put on Con Air and brought to Brooklyn, New York. There were 14 of us on our indictment. At the same time, there was a big Gambino crime family, Bonanno. They brought us all down about at the same time. So I ended up in NDC, Brooklyn. And I'm going to tell you, folks, it was a shithole then. So it's only gotten worse. All right? Somebody asked a quick summary of the book. Okay? I'm getting into that there. Okay? What they indicted me on, my charges were cocaine conspiracy that I was facing life. There was never a cocaine deal. It was a conspiracy, all right, started by an informant. And the other one was for a robbery in Burbank of a safe they say had $1 million in it, all right, which never happened either. But that's our U.S. government. That's how they use the RICO Act and so forth. And, we had a lot of murders with other individuals, a lot of informants against us. Without informants, our government cannot make charges against people. And without them rigging the system with these crazy laws we got, like RICO, racketeering, influence, corrupt organization, and conspiracy. All right? Well, they should arrest everybody that's talking on YouTube for conspiracy. You can look at all the conspiracy theory. You got Candace Owens. You got, they're talking all the things you hear about. Okay? Crazy. So I spent 30 months. I got sentenced for 62 months. I did the other 30 months up in Lompoc, way up north here in California. And then I had 4 years of supervised release. I changed my life. I wrote the book, The Accidental Gangster. Okay? A lot of you seen the movie or TV series, Ray Donovan. Well, everybody here in Hollywood calls me the real Ray Donovan. And I took care of problems for Hollywood celebrities, studios, agents, lawyers, everybody in the entertainment business. And that's what I go into a little something, okay, about those. I don't mention a lot of names in my book, and I don't like to degrade people, and I don't like to hurt people. okay? But my book is being made into a movie. The script was written by George Gell, who did Midnight Run, Bad Boys, Comeback Trail, a whole slew of others, and he'll be directing also, okay? And yes, I'm an ex-con, okay? So, folks, the book's available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, anywhere so you can find books. I guarantee you that you will enjoy it. I might be writing a couple more books. I'll let you know more about that in January. So please subscribe. Put your notifications on so you know when I come, folks. I'm not a guy that could say I'm going to be here every day at this time or that time. Okay? All right? Thank you for subbing there. Who just subbed, I don't know why, what's going on with this thing. But, yeah, Nancy, thank you, Nancy. Nancy read my book, folks. Ask Nancy what she thinks about it. Okay, folks, I guarantee you, once you start reading my book, you will not put it down. I guarantee you that. Okay? Folks, I want to thank you all for coming here today. And, you all have all my love and respect. And remember something, I consider you part of my family. For all you who have subscribed, okay? And folks, I keep forgetting about my memberships. But for those of you who are my member, you see I sent you a little something special yesterday. So I do certain things that I tell members. So go down there, become a member, all right? I would appreciate it. Folks, have a wonderful, blessed day. God bless you all for coming. I'll talk to you tomorrow, and hopefully I got power on, okay? All my love and respect to you. Take care.